Hello, my name is Abe, welcome back to the darkest dungeon party, ready to go. Occultist, Highwayman, Musketeer, Antiquarian. Actually, before we do it, what skills do we want on the Occultist? Probably Sacrificial Stab, the Heal, the Stun, the Pull. And even though his stun is going to be pretty awful, it's still maybe worth using on occasion. The Heal is important, Demon's Pull is important. You know, we could actually roll Vulnerability Hex, and then everyone else can hopefully do like a, not a one-hit KO, but against a tough enemy, especially if he goes first, we could actually get like a kill. So let's rock that and Hands from the Abyss. And we'll provision. We have an Antiquarian. This is a money run because we need a little bit of money. And as a result, we're going to take a few bandages because of the fact that we have the Occultist, some medicinal herbs, some keys, and then we're going to embark. We're basically taking all of our money as provisions and hoping that we can get a lot of money out of this mission. Crad says, now I can die. You're not gonna, well, the Occultists usually die in my campaign, but you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it.
They must be flushed out.
They must be flushed out. I'm gonna do a little bit of backtracking first. But I think we'll be fine. It's a veteran level mission and we have a level 2 Occultist, but everyone else is level 3 or higher. I hit the button. We have a couple of different abilities that give us better surprise chance, by the way. We have a camping skill that we're going to use, and we also have the lantern on the Antiquarian right now. Go ahead. You love how I doubled backed, went left? Why? I think it doesn't matter which direction we go in first, because we're going to want to do, you know, full exploration probably anyways. You don't need protection. Honestly, the dodge buff is probably the most important thing, even though it's not that important. And we'll toss out a 85% chance stun. Sure, why not? It costs us a little bit of light, but I took a couple of extra torches specifically because we have the stun from the Occultist. And I think I'm finally learning how to properly equip the Highwayman, and that is dodge and crit. Oh, you literally can't do anything from the front? Oh, he's stealth, that's why. Alright, well, let's move back one. Because if you give him the dodge, he doesn't get hit as much, but then when you give him the high crit, he always crits on that riposte, which is just freaking wonderful.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Maintain the offensive. Also, go back to your original positions, please. And we're done. So, I mean, this is why I wanted to do this hallway first, because there is nothing in it. I mean, I am going to use a shovel, but other than this, there's nothing in it.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Bound Hades asks, am I dead yet on the YouTube series? Probably, by now. It's caught up, I think, to the courtyard mission that we went out on. You know what? Let's just skip it by.
The light, a promise of safety.
We want to skip it by until we, you know, do all of the other rooms, all the combats, and then we'll double back. Gotta double back.
Continue the onslaught.
That's worth it.
Destroy them all.
A mark means that we can probably get a kill on the next turn using the Musketeer, but a stun just protects us on this turn, so I feel like we should go for the stun. Raise our dodge. Good riposte. Actually, the riposte has a plus 4% crit chance, so it's not even, you know, that bad from a damage perspective if you get the crit. And you're going to get the crit probably pretty frequently. We are still, or we're starting to get hit a little bit. This is the Occultist's job. He can heal from the front, so he'll be fine. I could heal, or I could stun. I'm gonna stun, because if this fishman were to hit me, this would allow me to counteract the damage that he would do. Now, if we are going first, and we got the KO, but I think it was still a worthy attempt at negating incoming damage, even if it didn't necessarily work as well as I would want, because we killed him before his action anyways, with a crit to boot. 38 on the crit heal, I like it. And everyone is dodging wonderfully. Thank you, Antiquarian. So far this has been going just fine, but I do worry about the future.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
You know, the Occultist is very, RNG about whether or not you're going to get a good heal out of it, but hey, so far it's working. I might even, rather prefer a Flagellant, who can at least put out Reclaim guaranteed. It's going to go for the shot. We're very unlikely to get a kill on the Enchantress if we don't do the target and we don't get a crit, I believe. Let's go ahead and get the kill.
A decisive pummeling.
We could have gone for Suppressing Fire, I believe, debuff the Oracle a little bit, but we can also kind of get a similar effect out of just increasing our own dodge. Instead of reducing his accuracy, we get a better dodge. Now, maybe I should have done the Riposte on the previous turn, because now we don't have Riposte active. Duelist Advance, rather. But I still think that went okay. Now we will go for a stun.
The ground quakes.
Make sure that we, stun the man who's doing the guarding. A little bit of stress is coming out. If we have to pay for stress heals, I'm okay with that, specifically because this is theoretically a money mission. Ideally, we're going to get a lot of cash out of this. And we're going to try to play this relatively, quote-unquote, perfectly. We're going to try our best to make sure that we go to all of the combat first, camp, backtrack, open up all the curios in that order. You hope a spider doesn't kill you. I hope so too. Spiders have killed units in the past, if I remember correctly. The mark doesn't really do all that much. A stun doesn't really do that much either, but I guess we'll mark you. If he gets pushed back from the buckshot, then we can actually do a pistol shot with the Highwayman, I suppose. It's not ideal, but, this guy's 75% protection. I think a sacrificial stab is not amazing. Unless it crits for 10, in which case it's actually, good damage. So knock him back. Ugh. I need that knockback so I can actually use the pistol shot, but at this point we're just going to kill him with the melee attacks, I suppose. And the Antiquarian, literally doing nothing except for one move.
Precision and
dude,
power.
good riposte. I was wondering if maybe we could actually get like a heal from the
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low
from this guy,
and driven
the
into
Occultist.
the mud.
Because if we could get one heal, then maybe we could, do one heal and then if he bleeds, then use the bandage, but
Another misfortune.
instead we just got the kill. Why do I have 2 food? Critical Scout. Still looking for a secret room and not finding it, but that's okay. I like having the scouting so we know that there's going to be combat down here. Another critical scout. Maybe we actually want to... Maybe we just want to camp like in the next room. who has a negative quirk? Craving for alcohol. Bloodthirsty needs to be removed. So we'll try to go for that. Hey, perfect. So yeah, maybe we just want to camp right here, remove a little bit of stress, and then finish off the mission with whatever stress we have at the end of it. And then we can take a lot more loot. I like that. I like that.
Huddled together.
Furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze. And we also have low stress on everyone. Perfect. 4 respite remaining. We could do a buff. Dodge, speed, and melee skills and accuracy on the Highwayman. Or we could get more accuracy damage and crit on the Musketeer, but lower speed. I think I'd rather go for the Musketeer, but admittedly, getting more value out of those riposts might be kind of nice, and it does increase the dodge. Yeah, why not?
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
So now we're going to basically be focusing on as much loot as possible.
Only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Hopefully. We also have like a plus 40% chance of surprising monsters, which is really good. I think we should open up with the riposte. See you later, the wort. Because the fishman at the front and the slug, I have to imagine they're probably going to be attacking either the Occultist or the Highwayman, and I want that riposte. Now, of course, they could attack the Occultist instead of the Highwayman, but I still want the riposte. I forget that the slug can, or the maggot, the slug. I forget that he can brine in the back line. Good dodge. He does have 54 dodge. It's pretty freaking good. I know that he's marked, but it's more important, I think, to kill him. Go for it. This guy's gonna suck up a couple of actions, but that's kind of just, it's what he does as a maggot. And actually, because we went first, we can do a stun, so I'm actually happy with this. Yes, it reduces our light level a little bit, but that doesn't matter too much. Ow. That's a lot of damage.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
And we do not have to worry about stress at all. Ute Tapestry. I mean, we want to keep it because it's a lot of gold. So we're probably going to get rid of the citrine, which is just kind of garbage. It's 500 gold, who cares? And 6 crests, I don't care. We're in a post-heirloom world right now. We really don't need heirlooms anymore in our campaign. We need them to build some of the district buildings, but I haven't really been focusing on that. I built 2. I built the one that gives you blood every week, because without that, grinding for blood is really annoying in Darkest Dungeon. And then I built the one that made the Jester have more speed, which is fine. I definitely don't want to build some of them. I don't want to build the Puppet Theater. I don't want to build the bank, because it kind of... I think that they do ruin the balance a little bit. I should have moved you back. It's my bad. But maybe there's a couple of other buildings that we want, like the campfire that gives you a little bit of extra respite if you have a Hellion in your party. That could be interesting. No one has a mark. we'll toss this out. Dun 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 dun, big crabs.
Blood quickens.
There should be a chef character, and he gets plus damage against seafood. We should go for him. I mean, actually, yeah, we don't need to do the riposte lunge forward.
A brilliant confluence.
Annihilated. A brilliant confluence. We get it. We get it. Dun, 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 dun. 5 to 9, 6 to 11. Wow, even with the mark, we still do more damage with the base Wicked Slice. I mean, we also did buff his, melee damage. We buffed him with the camping skill as well. But still. Nah. 2 to 4. Probably won't even kill on a crit. We did a good job, though. We got him pretty low on 2 turns and 1 stun.
Monstrous size has no
Oh,
intrinsic
gem.
merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
We do not need a bleed stone. We have a lot better things that give us bleeding abilities. Trinkets, rather. We could run low light in order to get more loot. We do have plenty of torches. Maybe we want to do this next combat and then snuff the torch before the end of it, and then open up, a couple of curios. We only have to make sure we have light before we go into combat in a hallway, in order to prevent the shambler from spawning, that is.
Impressive.
Impressive. Most impressive. There should be a second dialogue line that is most impressive if you get 2 crits in a row. Impressive. Most impressive. If there isn't, someone contact Wayne June. Tell him there's 1 dialogue line that we need added to the game. Stat. Record it. Yesterday. Impressive. Most impressive. What if you get 3? I don't know. What if you get 3? 12 to 23. 12 to 23. You know what? The melee attack has a higher chance of critting. Most est impressive, maybe? Most est impressive. 4 to 8 has to crit. It yells turkey and you get an extra turn. That would be an interesting mechanic. I mean, you still have yet to go, but I'd rather deal with a stress dealer. Ah! One turkey, 2 turkey, 3 turkey, 4 turkey. Yeah, as long as the game doesn't force you to do turkey math. Dude, you need to heal. You needed to heal for more than that. I know we need to heal him, but I think that's worth more.
A momentary abatement.
We could let this guy hit us 1 more time, or we could try to get in a action before he does. 1 stall, and then go for the kill. I was hoping we could actually get the heal off, but I think this is okay.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I'm gonna hope that there's no shovel required in the future. Open it up now. I didn't snuff the freaking torch. Alright, you know what? There you go.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
Low torch, more loot. It's actually a lot of loot. We should be doing this more often. We got the tapestry. We have the collectibles. We have stacks of gold. We have some gems, more gems. We have an emerald we need. You know what? Dump the torches. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, dump the torches. We actually don't need them. At least there's no, like, screams in the background like what happens in the Warrens. Or is it the ruins? I can't remember. The screaming place. No combat. Don't care. I'm keeping the holy water, bandages, keys, all that, so I can interact with curios. Oh no, wait. Oh, I don't have a shovel! Do it anyways. I have 4 frickin' keys. Oh, sorry, 6 keys. Excuse me. The pack contains loot.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Paid for in mud. I kind of would like to take the shovel. How about we'll just use the holy waters? We'll take a shovel in case we actually do need it, and we'll do this combat at full light.
Struck. A blazing star is born.
We can do the last remaining hallway, then snuff, then backtrack. That's my plan. Just enough damage to get the kill, even without the crit, and now we have that riposte up. Now we do need to do a heal on the occultist. I don't want him to die. Oh, crit for 27 off of the riposte. I love it. I need him to not die. He's my last option for an occultist. If he dies, there's not enough time to build up another one, I don't think. That's what it feels like anyways. Weirdly enough, I think that's okay. But we have to go for the stun. Oh, we have to also make it land. Occultist. It's pretty bad that we weren't able to remove the guard.
A devastating blow.
I'm trying to do it so I can focus on the maggot. They have the same protection, but he has, much less health. There we go. 85% chance of landing if he doesn't dodge it. Alright, now... Oh my god, you do just no damage. I guess we still go for it, probably.
Back
there we go.
To the pit.
He's critting a lot. He's critting most of the time, and I love it. Parallax, Antiquarian, just keep buffing. Who was our previous Antiquarian? I already forgot their name. That's how little you mean to me. You stupid Antiquarian who died. Wait, did we lose an Antiquarian? I can't remember. No, we've always had this one, right? Next dodge roll game is going to be all about math taught by a turkey. I'd buy it. It's gonna be like, what is it? Frog Fractions? It's gonna be Frog Fractions 2.0, but with the turkey instead. A turkey and bulletkin. Dun 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 dun.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Okay, don't interact with anything. We have the chest, and then we have these two curios over here. Yo, glad I took the shovel. I mean, it's not, you know, fully necessary, but I'm still glad we took it. One remaining scout. There is a secret room. Hell to the yeah. I didn't open the chest on purpose because we're going to backtrack. The strategy is you do all the fighting and then you open up all the curios with no light. You get a lot of extra loot. Turkey trigonometry. Trigonometry. Oh my god, that's hard to say. Have to kill you. Oh, that's such a good... That's such a bad crit. Oh no. No, we can vulnerability hex him for 1 damage. Okay. It's like, initially, that's such a good crit, and then, that is the worst thing ever! But no, we can do 1 damage with the vulnerability. It was almost the worst thing ever, because he would have exploded in 2 turns. But luckily he's slow enough that we would probably be able to do it before him, like kill him before he moved. Do it. Do it. Okay. Now we can do it. Yeah, now we can do an advance. Get you up front. Probably do the stun. Because he just got the buff, we'll focus him on the next turn and the maggot at the very end.
Destroyed.
Yeah. But I believe that the musketeer can get the job done, and he did. I believed, and he delivered. Alright, so we have a bunch of curios, secret door, a treasure chest that has a key on it, and then I forget what these 2 curios were in the back. We might want to hold on to the food, though. We might not want to drop the food for provisions. I guess it kind of depends on what we find between now and then.
Success.
Okay, continue adventuring. Again, I forgot to snuff the torch before the end of the combat. Whatever.
Of the light?
You bled. That's okay. There is a battle, which means that I will pop the last torch before we walk into the battle. There's still a booty inside. Arrgh. We want to make sure that we have light, because at 0 light level, any any hall battle could be replaced by the Shambler. So we want to make sure we don't have 0 light, if at all possible. I will fight 3 fishmen in the darkness. That's fine. Oh, I forgot to move you back.
Well struck.
Who's the highwayman? There was someone in chat a while back whose name was Ribbit, and I named it after them because they wanted a name, but I kind of forgot who they were. Ribbit something, yeah. And we had finally managed to get a new highwayman from the stagecoach. It took a long time, but we did it. Yeah, something like that. Random the Ribbiter.
This expedition
Alright, keep going.
Promises success.
Got hit by the trap this time.
Mind that such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
I could use, or I could dump the light level right now before we open up the chest. We might have combat, and if we have combat, we're gonna have to be very careful about it, but I don't know, I believe we'll probably be fine. We don't need the bandages, we don't need the medicinal herbs.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Keep exploring. Ah, you know what? There is one more torch. I tell you what, we're gonna drop the deeds in order to take the torch, and then here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna dump the light, and then we're gonna continue exploring, and then we'll use a torch if we have to in order to avoid combat. That's what we're gonna do. So, pitch black, use the key. Ah, too many heirlooms. So we'll use the torch, take the portraits, dump the keys, take the other portraits, finish exploring, go to the last 2 remaining curios, and then we'll be done. Actually, we're just gonna leave now. I forget what those curios were, but let's not push starvation.
If indeed,
You know, I don't want to spend money on stress relief or have anybody stressed, because that's a 43,000 gold mission right there. That's pretty good. Mission. Cetanophobia, off guard, Dacnomania. So instead of bloodthirsty, you are now just obsessed with the act of killing. Okay, well, you know, you've got some problems. Just saying. And the Occultist is actually pretty leveled up. You got a lot of XP from that mission. A lot of quirks removed, a lot of stress relieved. Everyone leveled up a little bit. Got a lot of gold. Slowly working our way up to a boss mission on the Cove. And now we need to make a determination of where we're gonna go. So you guys get out of here. We could do... Actually, you know what? We could just do another veteran mission. We have enough people to go out on a mission that we can get them hopefully leveled up to level 4. No one in the stagecoach that I want. Might as well fully level it up.
Ambition is stirring in distant cities.
Might as well also upgrade the Nomad wagon a little bit.
And curios.
I never use it, but there we go. Okay, so, I mean, we got an Occultist. We have a Man-at-Arms. Have the Arbalist. We have a healer. We could just do, you know, one more veteran level mission, and then after one more veteran level mission, we will be basically done with veteran level missions forever, I think. Or we could just say screw it, go to the Cove. Complete room battles, explore, or explore. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter where we go. Let's take a look at our people. Who's ready to go? Oh, you're still stuck doing meditation. That's annoying. You guys, I want that removed. I want that removed. Everyone else is disease-free. We have a couple of flagellants. They're better suited for the Warrens and the Weld. And I did just put in the Houndmaster for disease removal. We also do need to get rid of Curious, so it's going to take him a couple of weeks to get done. So we're probably not going to go to the Warrens. We could go to the Weld. Or we could go to the Ruins. And if we go to the Ruins, we could take a... You know, Plague Doctor. Maybe a Crusader. Crusader with accuracy and on guard is kind of nice. You know, he can do that lunge forward in order to, you know, hopefully get a KO on someone on turn 1. And you have quick draw as well. I mean, the other thing is we could go to the Cove and take the Plague Doctor to the Cove. And honestly, maybe that's what we want to do, because the Plague Doctor is really good specifically for battlefield medicine. You know, if we get bled for 40 points of damage, we don't need to use a bandage. We could just use the Plague Doctor ability. We also do need to, you know, level up the Antiquarian a little bit more, but they need to have a couple of quirks removed. I'm thinking we should go to the Cove. We can make it work. And if we do the Cove, maybe we also want to roll a Grave Robber, because the Grave Robber can do, a lunge and then smack those maggots because they have armor, and smack the enemies that have the high protection due to the fact that they are a guarding unit. So we could do that. Yeah. So maybe what we want is a Plague Doctor, Cove Explorer versus nothing. Okay, Cove Explorer. A healer. Flagellant is not that useful, and we're not going to be doing a Mark party, so we'll take a Vestal. If we have a Vestal, no, the other Vestal is currently occupied, so we'll take this one. We will also take... we could take a Hellion. It's been a while since we brought a Hellion out on a mission. And in the front line, they can hit the back pretty easily. And if we do that, we could then, in the second position slot, take a Abomination. They do work pretty well, being able to stun, blight, get around damage over time. I kind of like it, actually. Yeah. Okay, this can work. The Hellion at the front, if we need them to, we can just use them for stunning. We don't have to use them for hitting the back line. I would like to start with hitting the back line, blighting the back line. But if there's a couple of enemies up at the front and we need to do some heals, we can just stun them. We have a couple of different people with stuns. Actually, everyone has a stun on this party, which is acceptable. So that definitely works. And honestly, the damage from the Hellion is just good anyways. Okay. I like it. Abomination's gonna go before the Hellion, so I can't put the Hellion behind and use Breakthrough on turn 1. Which is not that big of a debuff. It's only minus 10% damage, minus 1 speed, which is not that bad. Okay, so I think we are going to do this on the next mission. Or we could take the Leper. But I would like to be able to hit the back... but do we need to hit the back line? Who do we have in the special unit that can appear? It's the skeleton man who shuffles around a whole bunch. I would like to have the Hellion for that. Except it's not that bad. We could just put the Leper up at the front. He is bloodthirsty. We need to remove it. He is a Cove Scrounger. You know what? Welcome aboard. We'll put the Leper up front. I'll think about it. In any case, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live and stream, and support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next mission in the Darkest Dungeon.